Hey guys, TGIF, and happy Friday. I'm so happy you are able to join me this evening. I want to give a special thanks to each and every viewer, supporter, and guest because without you, there would be no Indie Spotlight or Indie Spotlight Special Edition. I'm your host, Shayrenee, and tonight's episode of Indie Spotlight Fridays happening on Instagram Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're having a very, very special guest on. His name is H.O. Fame, better known as Hall of Fame. Really super talented Philadelphia artist who is an R&B singer, a rapper, and quite the dancer. Hey Jade, how are you? So when he comes in the room, I'm going to invite him to the camera and we'll start the interview. Why is it not letting me wave back? It's not letting me wave back. Also, I would like to say, hopefully everybody will keep their comments to a minimum, but I'm definitely open for any and everybody to ask questions. Hey there. Okay.
Hello,
Hi.
what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? How's your evening going first? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. It's going good.
Cool. Great, great. Okay, so I normally tell my guests I'm glad that they are reachable and that I can talk to them. So I've actually, I'm a
You want
pretty,
to room real quick, bro? Huh? You want another room for me, real quick?
so I just wanted to say I'm actually a pretty big fan of yours, and I love your music and I like your work and everything that you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
uh, so first, I want to ask about where are you from? I'm stationed in Philadelphia. I know you're from Philly, but what part of Philadelphia are you from?
That's a real hard question because I grew up in Southwest.
Okay.
Um,
I live in Southwest currently. Go ahead.
I was raised in West. I would like to say I was raised in West.
Okay. All right.
CBD.
And tell me a little bit about tell me a little bit about when did you start your career? So when did you start your career?
Like professionally, I say when I was like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
I started, really tapping in when I was like 14. But
Okay.
before I literally like, all right, so I made a decision when I was 14, literally like the year I was 14, day before Thanksgiving. It was like a thought. It wasn't really like something I
Mm-hmm.
spoke. It was just like, I want to do music for the rest of my life type thing. And it was just like, from that thought on, it was like, I was on go. Like,
Okay. Now, when I look at your so let me pin your name down here so that everybody knows where to go. Could you tell everybody where they can find you, all your social media platforms and media platforms?
y'all can find me on Instagram, official HO Fame. Y'all can find me on Twitter at HOFame1300. Y'all can find me on Greg's Talented, Facebook as Greg's Talented, and you can just Google for my music. It's like on Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, and all that stuff.
So I normally ask everyone like where they're at because I notice since we're in a very instant gratificated world that if a person finds one bump in looking for your music, it's like, oh, I'm not going to finish looking for it. Now me, I'm going to dig for it or whatever, but it's different like with the public. So you said Greg's Talented on Facebook,
Yeah,
HO Fame 1300 on Twitter,
Twitter and
and the
YouTube.
official. What you say?
Twitter and YouTube.
Oh, Twitter and YouTube is HO Fame 1300. You said
Yes.
okay. So Twitter and YouTube HO Fame 1300. Greg's
Yeah.
Talented on Facebook, and official HO Fame on Instagram, and the real HO Fame on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's all the places where you can find Greg's music. Okay, so Now, the kind of music that, and I noticed the kind of music that you make, it reminds me of 90s R&B, but also up-to-date rap. And I'm just looking at who were you inspired by growing up? I can almost listen to your music and know who you were inspired by. But you tell me a little bit of who you were inspired by.
My inspiration draws from literally the 90s, 80s music. I grew up
That, yeah.
I grew up in a household that used to blast music 24/7 every day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sundays was gospel all day. Any
Mhm.
weekday, it was from the Ozzy Brothers to the Whispers to Stevie Wonder to Gladys Knight and the Pimps to Smokey Robinson to the Temptations, the Four Tops. So I would like to say I was well rounded. I didn't really branch out into other genres like rock and punk music until I started taking it on my own. Like, all right, what's this sound like? You know what I'm saying? So my main influence will be like I would definitely say Michael Jackson. Now, when it comes to recent, my inspiration I draw that from T-Pain mostly.
I can,
Uh,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, like Roger and Zach will be number one. T-Pain will be second because Roger and Zach, if you don't know, they made Computer Love, I Want to Be Your
Oh yeah.
Man, shit like that. He was the very first artist to come out with the voice box. And
Yeah.
T-Pain took that. T-Pain was the first one to take that and flip it and made it his
Yeah, with the
own.
auto
You
tune.
know what I mean? So I know
Mhm.
where the auto-tune roots started. So it's like
Oh, of course.
I like that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
I can, yeah.
yeah, basically.
Okay, so like I was about to say, I can really go on. Like I like that some history and stuff about R&B and stuff like that and where it came from, because I can actually go back to, it was a pretty, the what happened to Roger Zapp and his brother was a very, very horrible thing and a huge tragedy
Man, you know how
to
many
like the music
documentaries
world.
I watched on that situation?
Yeah, yeah.
That shit is
So
like
that,
similar to the Selena story.
yeah, yeah. So tragic. Um,
Very.
do you have any merch for sale?
Not yet. I will.
No, you will. Great, great. So you don't have any
Right
merch
now,
for sale,
yeah.
but you
Right
want to.
now, I'm just focusing on the songs I got and how I'm gonna put them out. And then once I have that together, then I'm going to start working on merch.
You have some very great and very I feel like the type of music that you make is what we're missing in today's music. It's what we're missing.
I would believe so.
I would say that from another musician to another musician, it is what we need again.
Thank you.
Um, due to the way COVID-19 affected the music business, and not just the music business, but all live events in their self, just all live events, and it did a lot, and a lot of bad things happened with COVID-19. Where do you see the future of music going? Where do you see like the future as far as you're concerned? Where do you see?
That's all. I don't know how to answer that question. I feel like a lot of the real music is being flushed out, and a lot of the bullshit is being played. Cause like I said, I study a lot, and these record companies do not care if you have talent. They care about your fan base because they make money off your fan base. So I
Hmm.
mean, you can be the best singer in the world, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have a fan base where they can make money off of you, then they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and
Exactly,
not everybody
exactly.
that gets play is corny. I'm not saying that everybody that gets radio play or streams is corny.
Right.
What I'm saying is the substance of music has changed dramatically, and there's on a rare occasion you get that artist that's like, wow, you know what I'm saying, and actually is good, and everybody likes,
Hmm.
like Bruno Mars, for an example. Or
Mm.
but we talking about R&B now. We're just talking about only R&B. Like we can go into other genres as well, but like strictly R&B, I know a lot of R&B artists that don't even get played like they should. Like Kent Ross. He's dope as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they only play him on WDAS. You know what I'm saying? At night. And it's like, bro, like he should get way more radio play. This is
Oh,
ridiculous. But
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I see it not going well. I don't see it really going in a good direction. It would take,
Mm,
a couple of real dope new artists to open the eyes of the masses a little bit, to get them to kind
definitely.
of understand like this is what it's really about, not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is why actually I wanted to interview you because I can tell by the kind of music you make and the way you make your music and the way it's constructed that I could see like you had a lot of talent and you have a lot of knowledge on what the kind of music you want to make. So,
Yes.
what would be your best advice for someone who wants to start making music or who wants to start performing and just a new artist? What is some of your best advice for them?
Not to be cliche, but I'm gonna give them the same advice I go by. And the great said this himself. He said, "Never force it. Let the music create itself." Okay. Always have fun. Be a scientist. You have to dissect what you're really trying to do. You have to really understand what you want to put out, and you have to perfect it. You have to really study that. You know what I'm saying? And don't give up. And always be you, regardless of the type of people you are around. Because like I grew up, I came up in that little circle like of like I started rapping so I could be more comfortable with singing in front of people.
Mm,
That's why I started rapping originally. It wasn't because
mm.
I wanted to rap. It was more so because I was shy and I didn't know how to like perform in front of people. And I'm like, yo, how could I get over my fear of performing in front of a crowd? Rapping is easy. Fuck it, I'll rap. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I'm going to the studios and Gilly is coming there and Freeway is coming there and Lee Mason and their man. And it's like, damn, I kind of felt like I needed to rap now because it's like everybody around me rapped when that was not the case. I could have been the only nigga they was going to come to for hooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you on the hook if I were to be singing. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, fuck what everybody else is doing around you. If you really want to do it, then do that shit. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
sometimes you do have to do it by yourself. And that's when you get over the fact that you got to do that shit on your own. I'm telling you, like, I had to do it on my own because I moved out of Philly. So I didn't know nobody else that did music. So I took all those 3 years, I took that time to study how to record, to study artists, to study their favorites, watch documentaries, watch interviews, figure out who your favorite artist is. Then you study that artist, and you find out who their favorite artist is. You study that artist, and you just, like I said, be a scientist. You know what I'm saying? Be an alchemist, man. Create stuff out of nothing.
definitely. Great, great. I'm glad that you like a lot about music history because that's like one of the things that I really that's one of the things that I actually really enjoy. I really enjoy just like sitting in back and seeing what made all the artists that you love tick and the artists from your town and all over.
Right.
So, what advice also would you give about working with other artists?
Um, I don't know if they're
You don't
good.
know. Come on now, you did features. Now I'm asking what I'm trying to
I've
ask
only
them.
done features. I've literally only done features with people I was close to that I knew personally.
Okay, all right, I get it. So you
Yeah.
don't really have advice on getting in the studio with another artist that you might
I
not have
mean,
never met
shit, do
before.
it.
What you
Do
said?
it. Do it. I would do it. Like, do it. Like, if it feels like a last minute thing and it's like, yo, can you get on this track for me? It's like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I mean? Not
Okay.
it rarely happens to me when I meet a stranger, but they haven't heard my music to be like, yo, get on my shit. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm quiet when I go places. Like, I don't really say much. They just hear my shit and be like, oh, this is fire. So if they haven't heard me, I don't really speak like that. So,
Okay.
so it's like, you know what I mean? I'm
What?
a real chill dude. I'm really far
Uh-huh.
back. Like, you don't really get to see shit until like I'm in the booth. And I like closed
I
sessions. I don't like people sitting in my sessions if you ain't doing shit. Like, so you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm like Batman in a
okay.
sense when it comes to making my music.
First,
I'm real secretive. I'm real secretive.
okay. Okay, cool, cool. I understand that. So what I was asking was, did you have any advice for working with new artists that you never met before in the studio, but you worked with a lot of people you was close to.
I
So I
mean, I
understand
would
about
do it.
you.
So yeah, I would do it. So
Right,
do it. Why not?
right, right. Okay. Um. Okay, so personally for me, like I'll just say like when you work with another artist, when you work with a new artist that you never worked before, learn what they do, talk to them, see what type of make sure you have some type of etiquette, and make sure that you're really good at like time management because studio time is money.
Yeah.
Unless you're working at your home, unless you're working at like your home studio. And you
Right.
said you a chill dude, but when you was breaking out dancing and all that type of stuff, you have a lot of energy. Tell me about
Right.
like what inspired, because my sister wanted to be a dancer, so what inspired you to start dancing?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson inspired you to start dancing, because I was like, you did both, so and
I
I
used to
liked it though.
study. I used to study dance too.
Yeah, I can tell. That's
Like
what I was like. He's
like
quite the dancer.
old school dancing, like popping, breaking, all that
Hmm.
stepping. I would like literally sit and watch YouTube videos for hours. I've seen probably every dance movie that came out. So I've
Now that's
danced all
cool.
my life. So that's just something that I just was like naturally. I just naturally wanted to do. It makes me happy.
Cool. I can tell.
Yeah.
If there was Okay, so this is a two-part question. If there was any mainstream star that you could meet and and want to make music with, who would that be? And then the second part to this question is if there was any mainstream producer,
oh, oh,
who would you want to
oh.
work with?
Easy. Producer Timberland all day. My favorite
Okay.
producer all day. Timberland. That's easy. Artist that's popping right now. I would want to work with Neo.
With Neo. Okay. I
Neo
can
wrote a
see that
lot
actually.
of hits. Neo wrote Chris Brown's first hit, "Running." He actually
Mm,
he I think he co-produced that first album.
okay.
Yeah.
Good. And I could see
He
that.
writes
I could
hits.
see
He
both
makes
of those hits.
hits. He make hits. And or
I could see
Babyface.
that.
Babyface make hits. He write hits too. Don't get it fucked up. He may be old, but he make hits too. I want to get with
Of
all
course.
the dope songwriters, like all the dope songwriters. Ryan Leslie. Nobody talks about Ryan Leslie. That nigga, he
Oh
plays
yeah,
every.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He plays every instrument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he writes
Yeah,
his own
definitely.
music. So yeah,
Yeah, it starts to be like what's being seen is what's out, but there or what's being seen is important, and that's not true. There's a lot of talented producers, artists, songwriters, and everything that help make all the stuff you hear now. It's not just one person. Sometimes it has a lot to do with a team, a good team.
it does. It has a lot to do with who you're surrounded with and everybody playing their part.
Yes. So this is the time in the interview when I normally ask my guests, do they have any questions for me?
Uh, how long you been doing interviews?
So, no, that's a good question. So I started the Indie Spotlight and the Indie Spotlight Special Edition in February 2021. After I seen what the pandemic COVID-19 had done to everything and done to the music industry and just live music in itself and our spirits and our hearts, I said there's so many talented, locally talented people and just people across the whole United States of America and beyond that's talented, and nobody's talking to them. Nobody's giving them a platform. Restaurant owners, business owners, singers, dancers, models, influencers. So I said I want to open up my platform
Oh,
and,
that's
and
dope.
expose that stuff to them, to the world, I should say, to the world.
We appreciate you.
Yes, yes. Do you currently work with any? So I want to say, do you currently work with any organizations?
No.
Okay. And your music is available on all platforms. So
Yeah.
just tell everybody where they can find you from, where they can find you at again, because I like to
Uh,
reiterate that a lot.
you can find me on YouTube under HO Fame 1300, or you can literally just Google HO Fame 1300 and all my stuff will pop up.
What was one of your favorite songs to make? Favorite songs or favorite videos of yours that you made?
Oh, one of my favorite songs that I made. I don't really
Do you
listen
have
to my
one?
old stuff anymore. I have
Mhm.
my new stuff is like more so my favorite. I would say I have two. I have three.
Okay.
It would be Sugar. It will be I'm Gonna Let You, which is something I recently dropped and I just shot a video for it. The Lady Superstar is actually tuned in, sending all the love and the hearts.
Okay. Oh,
He's
okay.
in
Hey
the
there.
video as well.
Awesome.
Um, and Beautiful Lady, which is going to be the follow-up song after I'm Gonna Let You. So once I drop this video, I have a follow-up song. So those are
Wow.
like my
Great.
favorite because they're more. Those songs are more R&B than I've done ever. Like I feel like I went from like I went on a hill, like it was like rapping, rap, sing a little, singing, rap, sing, rap, sing, rap, sing, and then now it's like I'm just singing, like I'm just making R&B now. So
So okay. So you're
I'm doing the music I wanted to do from the very beginning, pretty much.
Oh, okay, got you. So you're an R&B artist.
I would like to say I am now. Yes,
Okay, an R&B artist. Fine.
I would like to say I'm an
That's
entertainer because I do a lot of shit. So
okay.
I don't like to bother myself.
Well, so no, but besides you singing R&B, and besides you rapping and dancing, is there any other hats that you wear, like that you do?
People say I'm funny and I can act very well.
Oh, okay. So that's something you're definitely should be exploring or will be exploring in the near
Oh yes,
future.
I will be. I was in a couple of plays actually, like in the past. I was like, "You want to be in this play? Sure. Why not?" And then I was just in the plays.
Okay. Okay. No, that's great. That's a lot of things that comes hand in hand. Do you produce or direct your own music? And if you
Yes,
don't,
I do
who is
now.
you do now? You produce and you direct your own music. So that's great. Who produced and helped you do music and stuff in the past?
There's only one person that has helped me the best, and that's my brother. My brother first slash producer. His name is Thriller. I call him Court, and he's actually going to be in this video that I'm dropping soon. And he definitely played a major role in my first album, which I'm telling y'all is out on iTunes right now. He actually produced that whole album except for the last song.
What is the name of the album?
That was It's called FAME Volume One. Fuck All My Enemies Volume One,
Okay.
or Forgive All My Enemies, whatever one you want to choose.
Great. Great, great. Um, when will that your new video be dropping? I mean, I don't know if you don't want to say or not. If you don't want to say it, you don't have to say it, but I'm
I
just
actually don't
curious.
have a date. I actually don't have a date yet.
Oh,
It's
okay.
baking
You
in the
don't have a
oven.
date yet, but you finished
It's
it.
baking. No, it's literally getting edited right now.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
he's editing it right now. Yeah. So when I get it, then I will decide when I'm gonna drop it. I want to watch it first,
Okay.
and then I'm probably not
Oh, of
even
course.
gonna drop it right as soon as I get it because that's what a lot of people do. I want to really make a plan and figure out what platforms I want to put it on before I just put it on YouTube and just share it, mass share it. I want to actually do something with this video I haven't done with any of my other videos, and try to put it on some major platforms where it can actually be seen by people that's like not even in my region. You know what I mean? So, yeah, when I get this video, y'all gonna know because I'm gonna definitely have a trailer, but I'm not dropping it as soon as I get it. But y'all will get something soon.
I think that's awesome, and I like it. You definitely need a PR plan with stuff that with your music and your videos and merchandise and everything other like that. Um,
I'll tell you one thing
hopefully,
before I drop my next
no, no,
project,
go
I
ahead.
will have merch. I'm dropping all of it in one. So I'm gonna have merch, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have my project, and then that's when I'm gonna
yeah.
start doing shows and stuff.
I think that's great. That's great. It's good that you have a plan. So
Yep.
hopefully, in the near future, somehow, some way, some form, that we will work together.
I have no problem with that.
Great.
What kind of songs you trying to make?
What type of songs am I trying to make?
Yeah.
So I love the type of music what I'm inspired by when I make music is gospel, jazz, R&B, blues, soul. So that's like what I'm inspired by. That's the type of music that I make, and that's what I want to do.
Bro. I'm gonna jump. You gonna know.
So that's what I want to do, and that's what I like doing. And I think that the type of music you make is close to the kind of music that I like making. Maybe slightly a little bit different, but definitely. So definitely I'm open to that.
We can work on something. That's not a problem. Hey,
Great.
baby.
So tell tell everybody where they can find you at again before like I wrap up the interview. And
Well, I
to
wanted to
say
play
thank
the
you to all the
song, son.
supporters and all the.
I wanted to play the song,
Oh no,
son.
yeah, play your song. Play it.
Do you want to hear it?
Of course I want to hear it. I have you on here, don't I?
All right, well, this is going to be the follow-up song, everybody. Oh, I recorded it in this very room, actually. My bad.
I was about to say. No, stop.
My bad. My logic, my program been acting funny lately. Here go, right. Here go, right here. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby. I don't wanna just be friends. I don't wanna cut loose ends, no. I don't wanna play pretend. Love you like who's my kinfolk. Baby girl, just say when. For you, you know I will go. Lay back and just relax. I'm gonna take it real slow. What's on your mind? Tell me what you thinking. You got that water, I would love to sinking. Don't be so timid and so scared, babe. We can go straight to my place. Me and you is face to face. Hop in the whip, how you gon' act when I know you feel my king style? Punch your back and smacking your ass, and I'ma turn over and you gon' ride, girl. This is the thing. You can have my last name. And know that I'm babe. Beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby, beautiful lady. I need you bad, baby.
Wow. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it. Right. It's beautiful.
That's right.
It sounds
What
like a
happened?
romance. It sounds like you're going you would listen to that on a romantic getaway. So I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I was
beautiful.
inspired. I didn't write
Great.
that, by the way. I like freestyled that shit. That's what I mean by not forcing shit. Cause I literally just punched in that whole song. I didn't write shit down. I thought
And you did the music?
Yeah, I didn't do the beat, no.
Oh,
But
okay.
I listened to the beat and I came up with the hook. Boom, I recorded it. I came up with the hook. I recorded it, and then I listened to the hook for like 2 months, 3 months, and then I got inspired. And then one day I was just like, fuck it, let me just get this shit done. And I punched in until the hook was started again. So, yeah.
Well, I think the song is wonderful, and I want to I want to thank everyone for viewing in, and I want to thank you, Greg, HO Fame, for coming through and stopping by.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
I can't wait to hear the rest of your music and see the rest of your videos because you have a lot of good stuff in store.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Definitely. Is there anything else that you want to say before I wrap up the interview?
Uh, hey, 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 smoke weed every day. That's it.
No, you. Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, don't make me start breaking out jokes right now. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for making me laugh. And the music sound great. And you guys can check.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So everybody have a good night. Thanks. Looking forward to your music and looking forward to your dropping your music, and I will be sharing it also as well when you do.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
You got deuces.